Just from a law enforcement perspective, we really needed some community assistance, and that we were not going to be able to arrest our way out of the situation. So we started having a series of community forums. The first one was in the fall of 2013, and then we had two more in the spring of 2014, just to kind of inform the various stakeholders we'd identified from both law enforcement, community health, the treatment community, and other government organizations that, hey, we need some help in dealing with this situation. The final seminar we had was in May of 2014. We broke up into regional groups of all the service providers for each region within our larger region. And through the discussion, it became obvious that people were very aware of the problem, very concerned, but we really didn't have a plan to move forward about what we were going to do as a community. So we asked people to literally put their cards on the table. You'd have invested in the time to come to these seminars, but we need to move forward. If you're really willing to work with us as a community, put your business cards on the table, and we'll get together and see what we can do to move forward. From that effort, we put together what is transformed now into the Northern Shenandoah Valley Substance Abuse Coalition. We've got an IRS 5013C status. We have a number of committees that are working to deal with issues, law enforcement, treatment, recovery, and how we can help the community help itself in dealing with this terrible problem. We want people to understand that they need to alter the lifestyles, that they're not so dependent upon drugs. We've become a society that we want a quick fix. If we have anxiety, if we have pain, if we have depression, we want some sort of magic pill or magic drink or magic smoke that's going to take care of that for us, rather than dealing with the long-term issues. So long-term, we're really encouraging people in our communities to look to alternatives to substance abuse. We've tried to encourage parents to monitor their behavior, so when they get home, rather than saying, oh geez, I've had a tough day or a tough week, I need a drink, or I need to pop a Valium or whatever, maybe take their kids out and go out and run. Take their kids, go out and play, to seek alternatives to drug seeking, so that the young people have a better model than what they've had in the past. So we're trying to look at prevention within the schools. What curriculum are the schools teaching about alternative lifestyles? What are they teaching kids about the potential for addictive behavior, especially when it comes to these very addictive opioid-based drugs? We've also worked with community pharmacies in the hospital. One of our local community organizations, CLEAN, has started a 1-2-3 program, where when you go in and pick up your prescription at certain pharmacies that have signed on, you get a little folder that comes with it that says 1, 2, 3. And that means 1, make sure you're using your drugs appropriately. 2, make sure you're storing them while you're using them in a locked facility so people can't get to them. And 3, once you're done with them, dispose of them appropriately. So that remind people, so that we don't have these stores of drugs laying around the households that can be abused or stolen. We've also started a drug take-back program here, working with CVS pharmacies. They provided us with a lockbox that we have in front of our station. And we've been taking in about 30 to 40 pounds every week of drugs that people are coming in and dropping off that had previously either been stored in their homes to be potentially abused, or they were disposing of them inappropriately.